never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello everybody, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I've just been mucking about with this Poxy stream and basically I finally got one and we are live and direct. Do you know what I'm saying? Probably going to get no views on this, but it does not matter. West Ham are back in the conference draw, and we're going to see who we're going to get. We're going to be interested to see who West Ham get today, I must admit. I'm excited, obviously, to see West Ham in the draw, but I'm nervous because hopefully we can get a good draw and move on to the next round. Who do I not want to see? I don't want to see Lazio in this, I must admit. I know people are going to see that, but that's the Paolo Di Canio derby. That's the game that we just do not want to see. So that's definitely one that we don't want to see. I'll take Anderlecht again. I'll take Basel in Switzerland. 100%. I'm looking at some of the teams. Obviously, Fiorentina is a big hitter. Like, we want to avoid them also in this sort of stage. They've got some really, really good players. One of their players, Milenkovic, is a man that West Ham were after for a long time. And they've also got Luka, is it Jotic? I think it is. Another good player, decent player. You know, we will see what happens. But in regards to West Ham, it's a competition we could definitely win. But I think our Premier League form has got to adapt for us to do any sort of damage in this sort of competition. I will say that. Let's have everyone's just going through their motions. Sheriff, FC Sheriff is another good side. I think they're Romanian, I think, if I remember rightly. And they've also got Champions League experience. That is the team that actually beat Real Madrid, I think, if I remember rightly. Real Madrid got knocked out by the Sheriffs. So, man's on talking at the minute. The host, he's talking about the draw, talking about the famous clubs in it. And obviously, West Ham are in it, who are also massive, as we all keep saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Who are we going to get, James? Have a look. Who do I fancy? Tom, how you doing, mate? Hope you're all well. Down in the southwest, I think he is. Swindon, if I remember rightly. Who are we going to get? Don't want Lazio. I will take a trip to Iron Apple all day long in Cyprus. 100%. Imagine West Ham in Iron Apple. That would be absolutely mad, mate. Mad. Absolutely mental. He's just confirming everything before the draw gets started. Obviously, the final is in Prague. Obviously, Daniel Kadinsky's home nation. It'd be nice. To tell you what, if West Ham end up in Prague, mate, God, that'd be an absolute mental one. Was getting a 40 quid ticket for this. Let's get for this £40 Conference League is scandalous. Oh dear, yeah. I'll tell you what, mate, that ain't good. I must admit, that ain't good at all. Hope you're all well though, Tom. He's just running through the final stages of the competition. I'll tell you what, I would accept Anderlecht. I'll take Anderlecht, Ghent. I think we need a good first round draw. That's one thing I will say. Right, if we want to get through this competition, it ain't about knocking out the best teams first. You want to wait at the minute. I think West Ham need to sort their league form out first before we can even dare concentrate on this. Yeah, this is big. Don't get me wrong, but the stand in the league is massive to us at the minute. Like, I really do mean that. Gil, hope you're well, man. Afternoon. Evening, James. Best wishes from Bangkok. Oh, mate, I can't believe I've got people from Thailand. Do you know what I mean? Vladimir Smitsa is doing a draw. Anyone remembers Vladimir Smitsa? He was Liverpool's player. I think he won the Champions League with them in 01, 05, yeah. He was a good player. Him and Patrick Berger. Anyone remembers them two for Liverpool? Really good players they were. And Smitsa he wasn't like dynamic or fast, but he was. It's like a Freddie Ljungberg type player back in the day. Anyone remembers Freddie Ljungberg for Arsenal? I'd say Smitsa was in that sort of mould, as in type of player. Nothing fancy, but voices to score goals, 100%. Smith's is just talking to everyone, shaking hands with everyone, and they're interacting. He looks so much different, man, from when I remember him. Especially when Liverpool used to play West Ham. Fucking nightmare of a player, mate. He's the Europa Conference League final ambassador. So he's the ambassador for Sparta, obviously Sparta Prague, where it's being held. Or Slavia Prague. Looks well nervous. Anyone got any suggestions they would like to see in the chat? Put them in the chat, or by all means, goes a long way. Please do subscribe to the channel. Please do like the video. Do all that stuff. Goes a long way. Helps us all out, mate. Paul Robinson, afternoon, James. Who are you hoping for? I want a light draw first round. I want someone who I know West Ham can turn over. I think is it Ghent or Anderlecht? I think we need a good first round draw to get through. If we're going to win this competition, we have to have a good first round draw. So I would like to see us get a team that I know West Ham should be beating. I don't really want Lazio or Fiorentina. I think if we get any of them two, I think the problem is the league. I think because obviously the next few games, obviously we've got Forest Saturday. Then next week we've got Brighton. Then we've got I think it's Villa and then Man City. And in the Man City Villa game, I think are in between the two conference games. So I'd like a nice little dolly draw for the first round. If I'm being truthfully honest, get a nice little dolly draw. Take care of business in the first leg, and then the second leg, a controlled performance, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just think like if we get anyone sort of who's half hard to beat, then you know it's going to be tough. Double H is in the house. Shout out to Double H. Hope she's all well. All the way from Baz Vegas, I think it is. I'm shouting people out all of their locations today, so yeah, do give us a shout out. Now you've got some geezer who's just head of club competition. I really want to avoid Sheriff. Proper banana skin beat Real Madrid. I remember when they beat Madrid. They was 28-1 to beat Real Madrid. And they turned them over. I think it was like, if I remember right, it was like 3-2 or 4-3 or something stupid. I know that like, they scored a good few goals. You had me on HP, and when you and Peach was watching Aguerd in the international just before we signed him, happy times. Yeah, I know, man. R.I.P. Peach, mate. He's sadly missed. Listen, I do miss the geezer, I must admit. I've still got like voice notes of the geezer on my phone. And do you know what's sad? I tell you, this is going to make you laugh. I ain't going to make you laugh. It's going to make you think about life, really. On the WhatsApp, there was a picture of Peach on there, yeah, obviously. And then I went back and looked at it about a month ago, yeah, and there's a picture of someone else. The phone's number has been obviously got rid of Peach's information and handed the number to someone else. And it's some Asian family, but it's unreal. It's unreal. And I look at the voice, I listen to the voice notes, and the picture of an Asian, I think it's an Asian couple, I think it is. And I just think, wow, how easy you can sort of get forgotten about once your time's gone. Do you know what I'm saying? So, listen, appreciate every day, man. That's one thing I will say. Just appreciate every day, because at the end of the day, you're soon deleted and fucking gone forever, man. So, RIP Beach all day long. I think we will get a team Mitch wants. Yeah, probably. Jason's give me a love heart. Thank you very much. Mad stream last night. Anyone who watched the stream last night, it was a bit mental, to say the least. Listen, one, I do like to let the lads loose on certain things, but yeah, last night was mad. So I'm looking forward to this weekend, because this is massive this weekend. I'm not going to find no excuses, but we're here for the conference draw. And he is saying about the teams to be drawn out. Look, the Turkish side: West Ham, Villarreal, Nice, AZ Alkmaar, decent. Swedish side, can't even pronounce that one. And what's the other teams to be drawn against? And yeah, listen, when I look at them teams that we could get, right? Ghent, Basel, I wouldn't mention, Poland, Poznan, yeah, Fiorentina. I think we can get at least four of them sides are decent draws, right? If we can avoid the Italian sides, then we're fine, I think. That stream was mental. I loved it. West Ham and Mitch are very hilarious. Don't know about West Ham Lion, but Mitch is all right. I mean, Mitch is sometimes all right. Twat. My son's first game tomorrow. I wish there wasn't so much pressure on it. Mate, tell you what, much respect to you, though. But we will talk about that shortly, Tom. The draw is about to take place, and he's pulled one of the balls out. Let's have a look. So we'll turn this up.
First team to play,
first leg at home. First team to be played. Let's have a look. And it's the Cypriot team. Laka, I think he is. Sorry about my pronunciations, people. I'm a maths person myself. Let's have a look. What we got here? We have got, who are they going to get? Oh, West Ham going to Cyprus. And they are! Oh, mate, the boys are going, Iron Napa. Look at Mark Noble smirking. He knows what's coming, mate. He knows exactly what's coming. The boys are going to Iron Napa, baby. Mate, get your tickets ready. That is going to be fucking carnage. That is carnage, man. That is, well, Fiorentina have just been drawn out. Wow, mate. Mate, get the sunscreen, get the Jeep ready, get the shorts ready, mate. They are going to Iron Napa. Wow. Madness, man. Perfect draw, to say the least. Absolute perfect draw. That is going to be mental over there, man. 100%. People are going over there. Do you know what? One thing I'm going to say is I'll just turn this down because the other teams, I will have the other teams. Fiorentina have got a home draw against, I think it's a Swiss side. I can't pronounce that team. One thing I will say, it's a perfect draw for West Ham. Absolute perfect draw. It's exactly what we need. I think it's a side we definitely should be beating this side. Like if we can't beat a Cypriot team, then we've got no chance of winning the competition. Simple as that. And yeah, I'm just going through the other ones. What's he pulling out now? Fiorentina's just been pulled out. They've got a dolly draw, I think. AZ Alkmaar at home. They're an awkward side, AZ Alkmaar. Every time I back them in the Dutch league, I always get losses, and quite a lot. That should be us into the quarters then. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It should be 100%. Let's get the final sort of wrap up. Poznan, literally Poznan. Do you know what? I'm well happy with that draw, mate. 100% buzzing on that draw. Just getting the final roundup of what he's got to say, and then I'll talk about it. Dugada, Swedish side. Do you know what? If I remember rightly, they're actually quite decent in Sweden. I think we've had it right off. The absolute perfect draw. Right, who's come out? Really, what you want? Two big hitters teams playing each other. Basel come out. I'm not sure if Lazio have already come out yet, but I think if they haven't, then that's going to be interesting. Moyes is never going to win a trophy. I agree, but he might not even be here, mate. That's the thing. Who's this now? Who's this in the firing line? Bratislava. I think it's the perfect draw so far. Right, it's a nice little journey. Cyprus is only what? A couple of hours, 2-3 hours. That's what I think it's going to be absolute carnage in Napa, man. Trust me on that. And FC Sheriff have just come out. I think Sheriff have got Lazio. I think, if I'm right or not, I think they could have Lazio in this one, which will be Of course, I like West Ham Online, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? He's on this channel. Oh, Nice. Sheriff versus Nice is a good tie. Sheriff versus Nice is a good tie. That's another team that we want to avoid. They're actually not a bad side, Nice. Right, they really are. Anderlecht looks like, I think Anderlecht have got Lazio. They must have Lazio, surely. I don't think I've seen Lazio come out. He's drawing out the final balls, people. He's drawing out the final balls. Oh, Villarreal. Look at that. We've avoided them and all. I think it's the perfect draw for us. I must admit, I can't stress enough how happy I am with that. Really can't. Really can't. Honestly. Again, who did Lazio get? And Lazio must have got someone right early. I was too busy celebrating, mate. West Ham are going to Napa. Istanbul, Başakşehir. Cyprus Farmers. Yeah, last time we played a bunch of farmers, we ended up getting beat, if you remember rightly. Let's have a look. He's just going to conclude the draw now, and then I'm going to talk about it. First out we was Lazio got AZ Alkmaar. Oh dear, no wonder I didn't see it. I've got to say this. I'm well happy with that draw. 100%, bang on. Perfect draw for West Ham. West Ham come out straight away. I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's the sort of draw that I said before it got drawn, basically, that West Ham have to get someone who I expect them to beat. I expect them to beat this team now. There's no two ways about that. Right, West Ham can't go there, even with their second string side, and turn this team over. Then West Ham don't deserve to be in the competition. I do mean that. I think it also could benefit us in the league because it means we can play our strongest teams in the league and not really go too mental in this round of competition. I'm not going to take this team for granted. I haven't really seen their results, so I'm not really going to sit here and go, you know what, we should be hammering these 4 or 5. We can't even score 2 goals at the minute. You know what I'm saying? So something's got to give. Something's got to give. And for me, to round this up, I think it's a good draw. I think it really is. Would you say to me right now, West Ham can win this Conference League right now? I'd say no. I just don't think we're good enough. But it's not to say that we can't grow into the competition and eventually win it. I will say that. And yeah, let me get your thoughts and see what everyone else thinks. Usual suspect remembers it well. Yeah, I know, mate. We were absolutely due a draw like that in a cup. We've had some shocking draws in domestic cups. I agree, man. I do. So that's why when we come out first, it was beautiful, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? So it's a perfect draw. Absolute perfect draw. A great draw for us, regardless of the Premier League results. I don't believe Moyes will be sacked while we're in this competition. I agree on that to a point. Over the moon with that draw, hopefully allows us to pick our form before meeting the a big team. I agree. Perfect, yeah. The players are good enough, but Moyes is not. All the info. Yeah, supposedly. But yeah, listen, I'm going to round it up there with that. Smash a like on the video. If I can get 10 likes, I'm over the moon with that. So yeah, please do smash a like on the video. And please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We'll be back, as I talk like the Terminator, at 3:30 UK time. Me and Tommy are going to go through the Nottingham Forest game. We'll probably have a little discussion about this, but you know what? We'll see what happens later on. Obviously, but in regards to this, it's a good draw. It's a perfect draw for West Ham. Right? I can't stress enough how happy I am with that. You know what I'm saying? West Ham should go there, turn up, do the job, professional, move on. And it gives the second string players a good run out. I want to see Fornals, Lanzini, Benny, even Cornet. Also, this is very good match practice, to say the least, for some of these players. Some of these players who are coming back from injury, this is the perfect game. Absolute perfect game. Now, am I going to be sitting here in a few weeks' time saying, well, that didn't go according to plan? I hope not. But with the talent West Ham having this side, I expect West Ham to win this game. I really do. So, can't stress enough about that. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at 3:30. West Ham are going to Iron Apple. Iron Apple, Iron Apple, Iron Apple. Swear.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.